Well, I would be on YouTube searching these videos up, and then I would stumble across a parkour video. I remember the guy's name. It was David Bell, and I would see him jumping from rooftop to rooftop. I'd be wondering, what is he doing? And then I noticed him doing all these crazy vaults over fences and everything. And suddenly, once I saw him do a vault, it hit me, like something. It hit me hard, like I was meant to do parkour, It felt like a gap inside me for some reason. And ever since then, I've been hooked on doing this parkour. Well, any sport you consider a sport is dangerous in a way, but honestly, if you have a passion for a certain sport, then I don't know, like, it doesn't feel as if it's dangerous. The dangerous aspect is like lost. You know what I mean? And when you're hooked onto something, you don't care if it's dangerous. You just want to do it. So in a way, I would say it's not dangerous, but also in a way, it is dangerous. I've been doing parkour for like so long. It's almost impossible not to get any injuries. I've I've had many injuries on my elbow, my knees especially, and I've broken my wrist a couple times. But this is parkour. If you can't endure the pain, then really parkour isn't what parkour is. So. Well, parkour is, on first impression, if you were talking to somebody who doesn't know parkour, he would say it's all in the physical muscles and pulling yourselves up and all this, like, physical thing. But also, what people don't realize is the psychological aspect of parkour. Like, when you're attempting a jump, you have to have the psychological aspect. You can have the body, but without the psychological aspect, the body can't work. So if you're thinking of a jump, you can't do it, then honestly, you can't do it because your psychological mental aspect is gone. So I would say, psychologically, that's very important in parkour. Honestly, is this sport hard to learn? I would say no. Since I have such a passion for this one sport, I would like to do it all over and over and over again. And as I practice more and more, I get much better, more quicker, since I have a big passion for this. But for those who don't have a passion for this sport and they just do it for no reason, then they would consider this a very hard sport to learn. But also, it may be not hard to learn, but it takes a lot of time to like master parkour. I guess that's what people consider hard, as in how much time it takes to actually learn the sport. So, yeah. Personally, I love the wall run since it helps me to reach higher objects. Like, for example, if I like lose a soccer ball on top of something, I can just wall run up and quickly get it and come down and keep playing. It's very useful. It helps you in a lot of situations, and yeah, it's my favorite move. Actually, parkour is really useful in many situations. Like, it helps you go from point A to point B in much faster rate. Let's say you're walking to school and you're late, right? So instead of walking all the way to school, you can do parkour, around obstacles and get to your school much faster, and you won't be late for class. That's an example. And yeah, so basically, it's very, very useful. My goal would be to spread the culture of parkour, since many young kids they be influenced by many negative influence in society, like drugs and gang violence. If you do parkour, think of it as an example, it's not a negative influence. It helps the kids learn and develop their bodies and stay fit. So like my goal would be to spread this culture of parkour, so to spread like happiness along society and keeping kids away from negative influences. Yes, I have many inspirations, but my favorite would be a well-known parkourist, David Bell. I've seen many of his videos. He's like the first person I ever seen do parkour, and ever since then I've been watching his videos, a lot of his videos, and trying to master his style and loving his parkour skills. I think he's amazing.